This is part of where I had a bunch of stuff piled up. You can see where the dirt is, compared to the grass. Um, kind of like, that pile of stuff all right here. Well, the limbs were from the tree that fell, but all this other stuff I had, piled in here, and this was a big pile of stuff. And if you watched one of my other videos, one of my previous recent videos, you would have seen where, I'd been out here cutting this tree that fell down, and actually I'm sitting on the main trunk of that tree back here, looking back towards the house, and I'm cleaning all this up to prepare for my gardens. And I was thinking that right along through here, just right along through here, and it goes pretty good distance. I don't know exactly how far. I don't know. I'm gonna say maybe 20, 30 feet worth of where I had stuff piled up. And all that stuff was composting. It also acted as a mulch to keep weeds and stuff from growing. That's why you don't see any kind of dirt. I mean, any kind of, stuff growing in some of these areas here. Because, I had stuff on here that was composting and covering it up. Stuff like this. So I've got, I don't know, maybe another, I'm gonna say 20 feet of just stuff down in there, that's been covering it up. And of course all that was there before these limbs were on it. But I'm gonna get these limbs off of here today. Then I'm gonna start cleaning up all that stuff that's in there. And so I'm gonna have maybe a 30-foot long bed here to go ahead and start working to turn into a nice little garden spot for me. I guess you can see like from right there on through there and almost back to where that big tree trunk is where I was sitting just a minute ago. So I'm thinking, I've been wanting to put in some beans. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go ahead and turn that row where all this stuff is sitting. Of course, I'm gonna clean up around the sides too. Like from about right there all the way down to here. Because all this has been on it and acting as a mulch, and it's also composting. It'd be easy to work this once I get all the stuff off of it. So I'm gonna put 2 rows of green beans. I think that'll be a good spot for green beans. I need to do some measuring. I don't want it to be a crooked. I don't want it to be going this way when all my other gardens are going that way. So I'm gonna have to do a little work with it to get it looking good and looking straight. But that's one of the things that I want to do out here. So once I get all these limbs up and all that stuff that's been just sitting there, then I'm gonna get my garden fork and I'm gonna start loosening the soil. I'm gonna do it really so that I can have like three rows of I want to have green beans, like bush beans, and then I want to have okra. So I'm trying to figure out, where do I want my okra? So I'm gonna do some green beans and then some okra, because the okra grows tall. The green beans, bush beans, won't be so high. And then over in here, I'm gonna have from the compost pile, out so far, maybe to where that thing is there, maybe even further, I don't know. But I'm gonna have it, different beds of different types of veggies, and also on this side coming this way. So And of course all this over here back down that way. So I'm gonna have a heck of a garden, but I'm getting close, real close. I worked last night, and I was able to see my new schedule, and I'm gonna be working 3 days a week for the next 6 weeks, and that's all, because of the current pandemic issues that are going on. The companies are cutting back on, how much time the employees are there. Because the companies are losing revenue. So instead of laying off or firing or getting rid of or furloughing or whatever you call it, they're just cutting hours down by 20%, which is fine for me because I work. I'm going to end up working Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. So I'm going to get 32 hours in, two 12-hour days and one 8-hour day, which I think is perfect. It's like going to be on. I'm going to be on vacation for the next 6 weeks, and what am I going to do? I am going to put in my victory gardens. We're going to have some wonderful gardens. So wish me luck. Give me some pointers and pray for me that I, don't get poison ivy or spider bit or snake bit, because my mother ran across she said that thing was about 6 foot long. She said it was a king snake. It had a rounded nose, so she thinks it wasn't a poisonous snake, but still, when you run across a 6-foot snake, or even a 1-foot snake for that matter, when you run across a snake, that's a test to find out if your heart can withstand a big surprise like that, because everything in you, your heart jumps, your adrenaline jumps, and your instinct to either flee or fight kicks in, and whenever you run across a snake, man, it just messes with you. So it's a good test, and she told me that that snake let her know that she still had a good heart. But anyway, I'm gonna get busy on this. My compost pile back here is growing. I guess you can see that I've been putting things in it. And as I work on getting all this stuff down, then we're gonna have a lot more stuff for my compost pile, that's for sure. Okay, I guess that's a good update. I'm gonna be getting busy. Talk to you later. Thanks.